Hi everyone. Can you all hear me? So, as usual, I will ask for patience because I will have to translate myself in English and Spanish. Can you let me know if you are hearing clear? I think that it will be very weird the day that I have to speak in only one language. The other day I was guiding a meditation. I don't remember exactly where, but there were all the people spoke English, and I suddenly realized that I was translating myself in Spanish too, and it was weird. So I'm not here alone. As usual, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm here with people, and so I'm not here alone because I'm in Switzerland and I'm surrounded by people from the Path of the I Am from Switzerland and Germany. Para que vean un poco. Saluden. So today we are here in the offices of Unity, that is who invited me to make a brief talk in front of like 9,000 people. So I was very nervous, but it was very good to anchor this information today, which is 11/11. So for those who have been following me for a long time, you for sure know that this day, 11/11, has been very important for me and all the tasks that we have been doing in the planet. So today I had the chance, I don't know how to describe it, but to start my talk exactly at 11 hour from Switzerland on the day 11 of the month 11. So it was very powerful because for me it represented like beginning a new cycle. Before we start with alignment, I wanted to share a little bit about this precisely thing, which was closing a cycle related to the 11/11, and mostly about what represented for me in my life and everyone that have been following. So for those who don't know the story, in 2010 I was doing conferences, I was doing workshops around the planet, but early 2011 I started to receive these messages from other beings saying that I was supposed to do a gathering in the day 11/11 in Argentina, in Capilla del Monte, and that the people under the earth would be those organizing, and we on the top would be just the tools for that to happen. So we did this organization, which were only we were only 4 people in the organization at the beginning. Me, my mom, Marce, and Victor from Capilla del Monte. So we were just 4 actually trying to organize everything for 500 people, and that day came 6,000. So for me it was very important that day because that 11/11 from 2011 was during the activations that we did this day with all these people. I started to receive the information of the next steps of the planetary tasks that we had. So I received information for the trip in 2012, then what I have to do in 2014, what I had to do then in 2020, 2022. So all the tasks that I was supposed to do and that we all did together were downloaded at first that day. So that's why the 11/11 became a code for me to call to all the people that resounded with my task, my mission, and that's why it became so important. So basically, since that moment, every 11/11 we did a certain thing, a meditation, an alignment, or something to connect us all to kind of reset the intentions of all the tasks that we are doing together. So And also I wanted to share a little bit about how important was this next stage from the past 11/11 that we did in Argentina last year, 2022, till now. So in 2022, the two gatherings that we did in Africa and South America were a reflection of this 11/11 during the code 22. So 22 is the number that represents the tough part of the path. So just to clarify this, 11/11 is not something astrologically or real in importance in the cosmos or in our planet. It's more important because it's a code that is in our minds. So the 11/11 is not related to any planetary alignment. It's not related to any cosmical thing. So what actually happens is that the 11/11 is an inner code in our minds that is talking about our own mastery. So the number 11 is the recognition of something that is one, unity, and divides into two in order to observe itself. So it's like I and am. So it's the self that projects outside to recognize who it is. So the 11, the number 11 represents the whole of mirrors, because it's when me, myself, can observe myself outside in a different option. So whenever we start to see 11/11 everywhere, it's because we are being called to reflect ourselves and to understand that I am here projected outside and so on. So the 22, which is 11/11 as a whole code together, it represents the beginning of a path, the beginning of a task, which is I go out from myself and try to find out outside who I am in different ways. So the number 22 or 11/11 as a code, it represents to get out from my comfort zone in order to look forward to transform myself into a new self. And then we have the 11/11/11, which is number 33, which represents mastery. So basically this means that the self that has projected outside itself to see what it can do starts a process throughout life to experience, and then now in the 33 can get together and explain the wisdom that acquired through that process. So of course the 11/11 is talking to us about a process of inner mastery. Alrededor de mis 33. So of course for me, for myself, the gatherings that we did in 2022 represented the wrap of my process of mastery during my 33 years old. So in the past 11/11 in 2022 in Argentina, what happened behind the organization, what happened behind the event that everyone was living, was that I was drawn to try to understand who was in charge of my institutions, what was my role in them, what was happening behind what I was doing, what I was intending, the intentions that I set in the creation of all this net. All of that was something that I had to reframe. So what happened that day, exactly the same day, 11/11, was that life pushed me to another role that I never played before, which was to let behind a little bit the child that usually play around the world and start being responsible as an adult. So the same day 11/11 last year, the same day 11/11 last year, what happened was that I discovered, when I positioned myself in that responsibility, I discovered that many things that were happening in my own organization were not aligned with my organization within. It was not coherent with what I intended for them to happen. And there were many things happening that were not aligned with myself or the project itself. So I saw myself suddenly reframing my whole idea and coherence between what I have created. And that took me in a path for the next month in which I had to push away people that were close to me in the organization, like firing them, and taking my responsibility of the place, reframing and reshaping the idea of all the institution that I have created, and like Shiva would do, destroying everything that I've done before in order to rebirth like the phoenix. And that's why many of the things that we have been doing, they stopped and I pushed them to transformation. So for those who have been following me for many years, they would notice that every 1 or 2 years, I let everything that I've done behind and I start something totally different or new. But this time was totally different, was very powerful what happened. And this pushed me in these last months to give away some of the institutions, let them behind, and transform them into something different outside. So we could also transform the pyramidal structure of a closed institution into a circular structure to an expansive institution. So that's why, for sure, you have noticed that I kind of disappear this year from many things that I was supposed to do. And suddenly some of the institutions disappeared too and reappeared something new, like recording school and other things that we are working on. And all of that took place because I went within to take the responsibility of the adult instead of the child for the first time in my 33 years old of life. So now in my 36 years old, the idea was to anchor that in a new heart, into a new center. And that's why I wanted to do it this day, 11/11, here in the heart of Europe, in Switzerland. So what I notice, or what I've been receiving lately, is that in order for me to manifest these two big portals in Egypt and Argentina, in Africa and South America, what I need to do from the adulthood is to set the structure to hold it from the heart in Europe and the throat chakra, the voice, in North America. So that's why for me, Africa and South America are 111, and North America and Europe are the other 11. So these are the 4 pillars of the structures that I set in the intention that in between all of us could manifest together for the projects. So that's why I set the intention here for all of us to set the intention together, that from this 11/11 we can start to settle these main 4 pillars that will hold this spiritual concept into the physical reality. So the next 3 years, 2024, 25, and 26, will be years to manifest the spirit. So what I have been doing all these years related to spiritual path around the planet will be reinforced in a new concept, which is the structure of this path, so everyone can do this, not only following me. So the idea from next year on is to start working with this concept of recordings, not just as a school, but as a community in which we all can share, we all can come together, and we all can be part of this transformation. So 2026 is our goal for the next stage. which is the year in which the light of the sun should find the ways to be manifested in matter. So the idea of what is going to happen in 2026 is that so much energy for transformation will arrive to the planet and many changes will happen. So our main goal for that year is to have the structure, the physical structures to hold this information that we will receive for the next stage of transformation. That's why in 2024, we will set the intention to end the bigger weaving of the net that we all started to weave in 2012. So we will do this through delivering the last crystals that we have been charging in Antarctica in the past years throughout the 20 nodes of the planet in the structure of the dodecahedron. It's not going to be me who delivers them. It's going to be people from the net, people that have been in the activations of Egypt and Argentina. And all of us, we will hold these people delivering the crystals in every solstice and equinox in 2024. So throughout 2024, what we will do is to finish the weaving of this icosahedron and dodecahedron of the planetary grid that we started in 2012. And throughout 2025 and 2026, we will set the intention to manifest this network of communities that will get together in order to build the structures, to manifest the matter that will help us descend this heaven on earth. So from 2026 on, many changes will come to the planet that for many people will look like the chaos is here finally, and for others will be finally it's happening. So it depends on the point of view. So my intention is that we all could be those who are saying finally it's happening, and that through a network of consciousness we could hold the high consciousness in a high vibration. So that's why I wanted to share with all of you this information. So as in every 11/11, we could set all together the intention of the next stages that we are facing in the future. So of course that in the next months that we could shape the idea of how this circular expansive structure would work. We will be sharing it with all of you. So all the projects that many people were usually saying, I want to help with this, want to do that with you. We could finally receive all of them and open the communications for everyone to be able to manifest it with us in a network. So once set this intention, I would invite you all to assimilate that in our physical bodies. So remember that in the task that we are doing in the planet, more than meditating, what we are doing is aligning and activating. So remember that meditation means to go to the middle, go to the center. So I go to myself. And activation means whatever I have inside, I put it on service towards the outside. And alignment would be the middle point between the balance of what is within me in the meditation and the balance of what I'm acting outside through the activation. So in this 11/11, we will center ourselves with this intention, with this alignment. We look for a comfortable position. Try to feel your body telling you how to sit, how it's better for us to position ourselves. What do we need? We can stretch the body. Searching for the position, we can stretch. We can yawn, massage. Try to move each one of the joints very softly I become aware that every joint is a portal of energy, a bridge of communication in the energy of the body. Become aware of it. I softly move my head in circles to flexibilize the bridge between the mind and the heart. And I concentrate deeply into my breathing through the nose. As my body starts to find its position, I concentrate in my breathing. I take a deep breath through the nose and try to release, as I breathe out, all the ideas, preconcepts, mind that I don't need. Breathe in, exhale. I take a deep breath, thinking about all the emotions that I don't need in this moment. I hold it and exhale all of them through my mouth. I take a deep breath and I think about all the things in my body that I don't need, the conflicts that I have, the excess of energy, the lack of energy, everything, and I just release it all through my mouth. I come back again to my breathing, just through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Softly, as I feel it, I start to hum very softly with the nose. As I feel the vibration in the hypophysis gland and the pineal gland, letting know every other gland in the body that I am looking for alignment, as one, as unity. I just pay attention to the vibration that comes from my nose, making vibrate my blood, my organs, my muscles. I hold this soft vibration all the time that I need it. And I become aware, as I vibrate, of the three main centers that anchors the universal mind within me. I recognize that the spiritual cosmic mind is not just in my brain, is in every cell of my senses, throughout the organ of my brain. I become aware of the galactic mind of my soul, anchored in every star, in every constellation that defines my personality, and defines the vibration that resounds in my chest, my arms and hands, my back, my lungs and heart. I vibrate and resound in the mind of the soul. I become aware of the mind anchor in my solar system, in every planet, the mind anchor in the atoms that create my reality. This is the mind of the body that I resound and feel in my intestines, my stomach, my genitals, and in every cell throughout my legs and feet. In each one of the cells in my body, it's anchored, the universal mind. The mind is not only in my brain, the mind is in every atom of my being. And the only thing that holds my existence is the divine imagination. Is where the eye of God opens in order to see the eye of the creation. In this constant divine imagination, it is born the I am. And this imagination between the I am enables all the existence that makes me be who I am. Softly, I turn my sound from my nose into a sound from my mouth. As I start to resound with my mouth, I give the order and intention for all of this information in the mind to organize in a line, in an axis that goes through me. With my singing, with my voices, I lead the energy to create a vortex within my own self. As I sing, I perceive below me the eye of the I am, the ego under and above my head, the Am, the Self, and the Divine. One eye on the top, observing myself through the crown, and below, observing above through the root. I am in the middle of the two eyes of the I Am that are staring to the center in my heart. I allow myself to be observed by the I Am, so I can find the balance and harmony within my heart. It is the observation between the I and Am that creates the cosmic beat between time and space. That is manifested in the heartbeat of every living being. The heartbeat of time expands through my left arm and hand. The heartbeat of space expands through my right arm and hand. As I sing to them, I allow my heartbeat to expand, extending my arms, opening my hands. Opening the eyes of time and space through the palms of my hands. In between the eyes of the I Am through my axis and the eyes of time and space through my heartbeat is anchored the holy cross of coherence between what I think, what I feel, and what I do. And in the center of my heart, I can find the anchor between my thinking and my loving. Philae and Sophie, the Philosopher's Stone. I take a deep breath and I start to exhale the sounds and singing to activate the Philosopher's Stone in my heart between this 11 of my holy cross of coherence. take a deep breath and bring your hands to your heart. I take a moment to feel the pulse, and I take a moment to recognize that in this pulse I can find the balance and the heartbeat of the entire cosmos. This is our true and truly Portal 1111. Take a deep breath. And as I take a deep breath, I allow myself to smile and cross this portal throughout myself. I smile so I can tell to all my glands in my body, to tell every cell in my body that everything is fine. And softly I caress my body, stretch the body, yawn, move the joints. And I come back here and now. Thank you everybody for accompanying this path. For more, let's go for more path ahead. And thank you for going through the portal 1111 with me once again. This time from the axis of the heart of the planet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Danke, danke, danke. See you in 1 year. Bye.